This episode is for the woman who everyone else looks up to, but who still feels like she's fighting something inside of herself. That is who I was about 3.5 years ago. Maybe you're accomplished, you're disciplined, you're capable, and yet you still self sabotage momentum. You still overthink. You still feel emotionally exhausted by cycles you know better than. If that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken, but you may be operating from an identity that no longer fits who you're becoming. And today we're going to talk about what and why that happens and how to move beyond it. So before we go any further, I want to say this. This episode is not motivational fluff. It's not a quick fix, and it's not for everyone. But I have a feeling if you came across this, it's exactly what you need to hear. This is for high achieving women who are ready to stop repeating emotional patterns and start leading themselves differently. If you're here to be rescued, this isn't your place. But if you're here to evolve, I want to welcome you. If you've read my book, From Wounded to Warrior, you already know that my life didn't unfold in a straight line. I didn't wake up one day confident, healed, or aligned. I became strong because I had to. I became disciplined because survival demanded it. I achieved because achievement felt safer than feeling. Does that sound familiar? And for a long time, that worked. But what I didn't realize back then, and what I write about deeply in my book, is this: strength built in survival will eventually become a cage. I wasn't living in the chaos of my past anymore, but my nervous system still was. And no amount of willpower fixes that. Willpower does not work. This is where I want to lovingly challenge you. High achievers don't usually see themselves as living in a victim mindset. But victimhood doesn't always look like helplessness. Sometimes it looks like over responsibility, hyper independence, never resting, always handling it. Everything is up to you. Quiet resentment masked as competence. I lived there for years. I didn't feel like a victim, but I was still reacting to life instead of creating from alignment. And that's when I found the work of Joe Dispenza. If you have not heard of him, definitely look him up. Joe teaches that your personality creates your personal reality. Your personality creates your personal reality. So if your personality is built on control, urgency, proving, fear of slowing down, your results will eventually reflect that, even if you're successful like I was. Then I layered that understanding with Wayne Dyer, who I also love. He says, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are or who you are. That hit me hard. And finally, the teachings of Abraham Hicks, and there's so many others, helped me understand something most people miss. You cannot build a new future from an old emotional baseline. If your baseline is stress, you'll recreate stress. So this is the real reason self-sabotage happens. And it definitely happened in my life. Self-sabotage isn't weakness. It's identity conflict. Self-sabotage is not weakness. It is identity conflict. Part of you wants expansion. Another part is wired for survival. So when things start going well, your system pulls you back to what feels familiar and safe, really. Not because it's better, but because it's known. This is why logic alone never works. And this is why I coach identity and nervous system regulation, not just habits, not just a diet and exercise. I want to give you a real tool right now. This is something I use personally and with my clients. This is called the identity interruption practice. So, step one, you're going to identify your default stress. I want you to ask yourself, when I feel pressure, who do I become? When I feel pressure, who do I become? Do you tighten? Do you push? Do you isolate? Do you control? Do you overperform? I probably fell into all of these categories. So I just want you to notice without judgment, name the belief driving it. Examples. If I don't push, I'll fall behind. This was a big one for me. Rest is unsafe. I have to hold everything together. It's all up to me. I know you guys can relate. That belief once protected you, but now it may no longer serve you. Choose your next identity level. Ask yourself, how does the woman I'm becoming move through this moment? Then regulate before you act. Slow your breath. Relax your shoulders. Drop out of urgency. Really check in with your body. You're teaching your nervous system that expansion is safe. I even tell myself, you are safe. That's how change sticks. You want your nervous system to feel safe. This is the exact work I do inside my coaching programs. And I want to be very clear. This container is for high achievers, leaders, women ready for responsibility, not blame, women who want structure, depth, and integration. This container is not for people looking for surface motivation, people unwilling to take ownership or responsibility, people attached to their victim story. This is about identity alignment, not hustle. So if this message resonates with you, I want to invite you deeper. My book, Wounded to Warrior, is linked below. It will help you understand why you became who you are and how to evolve without abandoning your strength. You can also visit my website at coachtiffanyowen.com to learn more about my coaching programs and apply to work with me. You can find my book on Amazon. And if you're not ready yet, I want you to stay here. This channel is becoming a space for women who are done playing small inside big lives. Hear me? I want you to lean in and really hear when I say this. You don't need fixing, you need integration. And if you're here, you're closer than you think. So please subscribe, share this with the woman who needs it, and comment next level if this spoke to you. And I'll see you in the work. Thanks. Bye.